Ever since it took the world by storm in the 1990s, Pokemon has become one of the biggest and most influential franchises of all time, touching the hearts and minds of people throughout the world. One of the most popular Pokemon is the notorious Grass-type starter Bulbasaur, and rightfully so, with its status as one of the original Gen 1 starters, unique evolution line, an intriguing yet adorable design, an iconic bulb on its back, and a role as one of Ash's key Pokemon in the anime. There's a reason why this Pokemon is an icon all on its own. But what if I told you this Pokemon shared its name with an actual prehistoric creature? A creature that bears such a close resemblance to Bulbasaur itself that you'd swear was named after it. The bulbous stem mammal itself, Bulbasaurus. Bulbasaurus was a Dicynodont from the late Permian period, dating back approximately 256 to 252 million years ago. This creature was discovered in the Tiklu Formation in South Africa, particularly the Trapetostoma assemblage zone, named after its abundant variety of therapsids, or stem mammals. Stem mammals were an ancient group of animals older than the dinosaurs themselves, and stand as a transitional point to traditional mammals. The lineage of these animals originated from reptiles, but as time and evolution made its mark, these proto-mammals gradually began to transition into what would be considered true mammals. Although this group is often referred to as mammal-like reptiles in popular media, this group is no longer considered a classification of reptile, instead falling more in the line of that of mammals. Therapsids came in various varieties, from the sailback pelycosaurs to the dog-leg gorgonopsids. Bulbasaurus was one of these stem mammals, belonging to the group known as the Dicynodonts, an infraorder of herbivorous therapsids with short faces, beaks, squat like four-legged gait, and a pair of short tusks sprouting from their jaws. Dicynodonts were some of the most successful groups of animals ever to evolve, with different species of Dicynodonts inhabiting every continent during the late Permian up to the late Triassic, going extinct just after the first dinosaurs evolved. What set Bulbasaurus apart from other Dicynodonts was the presence of this creature's large, bulbous structure sitting atop its head, which earned it the name Bulbasaurus, meaning bulbous reptile. Interestingly enough, Bulbasaurus and Bulbasaur sharing a name is completely coincidental despite their similarities, the Dicynodon's name in no way originating with the Pokemon, or at least according to Dr. Christian Kammerer, who named the creature and published its discovery. If that wasn't ironic enough, the species name for Bulbasaurus is Phyloxyron, which means leaf raiser, named after the animal's beak, which was used to shear and cut through plants, which ironically enough, shares a name with the grass-type attack in Pokemon.
Coincidence? I think not!
The bulbous bony structure, referred to as a boss, on Bulbasaurus' head isn't unique to its family, Geckidae, who all feature this similar bony structure, which sets them apart from other Dicynodonts like Lystrosaurs and Stylechirids like Placerius. The purpose of these nasal bosses adorning these animals is unknown. Bulbasaurus' nasal boss was particularly more prominent than its relatives. It's possible that these bosses were used as display structures, signaling their fitness, maturity, and desirability as a mate. These bosses also could have been used to combat rivals when faced with competition over resources. Marine iguanas have similar bosses on top of their heads, and use these bosses when fighting over patches of beach as well as to protect their harems, engaging in shoving matches with each other until one combatant submits from exhaustion or intimidation. It's possible that Bulbasaurus and other Dicynodonts like it use these bosses in a similar manner. This is supported by sexual dimorphic traits in fellow Gekkid Dicynodonts like Alocephalodon and Pelanomodon, where it's apparent that in both these Gekkids, one sex had a larger nasal boss than the other. Bulbasaurus is an extremely important member of this family of bulb-nosed proto-mammals, because it's such an early Gekkid Dicynodont. The time range of Gekkids were initially thought to have been limited to the late stage of the Permian era, before Bulbasaurus was found. Because Bulbasaurus is present in stages much earlier than its relatives, it indicates divergence from other Dicynodonts at an earlier stage, while featuring the key features of Gekkids that would later separate them from said Dicynodonts later down the line. While Bulbasaurus may not have gotten its name from the classic seed Pokemon, its distinct appearance not only marks a close resemblance to its fictional counterpart, but it plays a key role in filling the gaps in the evolutionary line of therapsids, while further expanding the diversity of these incredible animals.